Hello. All right. Okay. Yeah, that was probably in that initial second a little bit too loud. I think it should be transmitting my voice. Okay, cool. That should be working now. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're live. I was actually thinking of because I looked at the word from a previous day and I noticed that honestly text still looks pretty fucking terrible. I was thinking of actually bumping up the resolution with a slight uptick to the bitrate, but I'm not really sure if that's the way to go. I'll probably try that on my next stream. For now, I'll just keep it the way it is. But yeah. Mm, anyway, AoC day 7. I don't actually have IntelliJ started up because I kind of restarted my PC earlier. So let's just bring that up. And we also don't have music running yet. Um, I say music, but really what I mean is just generated sounds because apparently there is no such thing as a copyright-free playlist in the fucking world. And parts of my words are always going to get muted, and I kind of hate that. I really get annoyed by it, so I'm just going to stick with generated music, potentially forever. I don't know, unless I can, somehow ink out some sort of like music licensing deal. I don't really know how this works at all. I don't know how people go about this. Like, how do they go about how do people go about playing music on videos? Like, simple as that, right? How do they go about doing that? I have no idea. Anyway, so since I actually like to preserve my words for the most part, even though it's not exactly super useful, but I like to have the stuff that I talk about, etc. Just kind of there and just kind of preserved. So yeah, I am just gonna um, I'll do something. Let's see. Anyway, for now, I think music should be soft murmur. There it is. Let's just hit play. Yeah, it's probably a bit too loud for me. I'm gonna have to drop that to 20 around. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let us actually get started with day seven's problem. Day six was ridiculously simple for us. Hopefully, day seven will not be too difficult, but also hopefully it'll not be too easy because, like, it kind of sucks when the problem is like way too simple. Also, why is my mic like way louder this time? Like, I know for a fact that it was. I think now it should be okay, decibel wise. Should be a lot better. I know that it was really sort of it was kind of loud initially, and then I softened it up a little bit, and then it became too soft in the middle when I launched stream at one point, and so I increased the volume again, and now again it's too loud. I have no idea. At least like according to the decibel meter on OBS, that's what it seems like, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, let's see. That's fine. Let's just solve day 7. Let's just solve day 7, right? Okay. What does it say? Day 7, the treachery of whales. Hmm. A giant whale has decided your submarine is its next meal, and it's much faster than you are. There's nowhere to run. Suddenly, a swarm of crabs, each in its own tiny submarine. It's too deep for them otherwise. Okay, zooms in to rescue. Wait, aren't crabs? Don't crabs normally sort of sit on the ocean floor? Like, don't they usually sit at like the deepest? I mean, I guess they don't go. Oh, maybe it's like they do sit on the ocean floor, but it's in like the shallower parts of the ocean, like kind of the entry points as such, close to coast, right? Yeah, because you do see a lot of crabs on coastlines. You don't really see whales on coastlines unless they get like beached. But yeah, beached whales are a lot rarer than crabs on the beach because I guess like crabs probably just sit on the ocean floor in like very shallow parts of the ocean, but then as you go like super deep, that's when the whales start arriving. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. They seem to be preparing to blast a hole in the ocean floor. Sensors indicate a massive underground cave system just beyond where they're aiming. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. The crab submarines all need to be aligned before they'll have enough power to blast a large enough hole for your submarine to get through. Okay. However, it doesn't look like they'll be aligned before the whale catches you. Maybe you can help. There's one major catch. Crab submarines can only move horizontally, right? Because they're crabs. Right, that makes sense. You quickly make a list of the horizontal position of each crab, your puzzle input. Crab submarines have limited fuel, so you need to find a way to make all of their horizontal positions match while requiring them to spend as little fuel as possible. For example, consider the following horizontal positions: 16, 1, 2, 0, blah, blah, blah. That means there's a grab with horizontal position 16, a grab with horizontal position 1, and so on. Each change of one step in a horizontal position of a single grab costs 1 fuel. You could choose any horizontal position to align them all on, but the one that costs the least fuel is horizontal position 2, because moving 16 to 2 costs 14 fuel, moving 1 to 2 costs 1 fuel, 2 to 2 is 0 fuel, and so on, right? So it's just the position that requires the least fuel. All right, okay. This costs a total of 37 fuel. This is the cheapest possible outcome. More expensive outcomes include aligning at position 1, 41 fuel, position 3, 39 fuel, or position 10, 71 fuel. Okay. Determine the horizontal position that the crabs can align to using the least fuel possible. How much fuel must they spend to align to that position? Okay. And that's supposed to be the answer, like the total minimum fuel expenditure as such to get everything aligned, right? Okay, I think I sort of understand the way this is supposed to be. So let me just close all the previous tabs because I have a ton of those. Okay, so that's the actual input, right? And let us, now that IntelliJ is open, let us sort of start creating. So this is the actual thing. Let's create a day 07.input and paste that in there. All right. We should also close the other tabs. Let's open resources, new file, day07.input, and this is going to be our test input, which is going to be a much more limited set of that. Okay, and that's pretty much it, right? So we do these two, and at this point we can actually start creating the classes that we need. So day07. So that's going to be the actual class, and of course the test for this, which is going to be day07 test junit4. And all right, so we're going to pull that up. Cool. And we are gonna start thinking about how we want to solve this question, right? So I can just close that, the actual input, and we can stick to what we have here, right? So we have the test files. Cool. All right, cool. So how do we want to solve this, right? How do we want to start approaching this? So the important thing I'm seeing is, like, you want to minimize the movements, right? And the position should obviously be between the smallest value in this set, like the smallest position in the set, which in this case is 0, and the largest position in the set, which is 16, right? So it's definitely going to be between 0 and 16, both inclusive, right? Although most likely it's not going to be either 0 or 16, it'll be somewhere in between, but it's going to be like one of the numbers, not necessarily one of the numbers in the list, but it's just going to be 16 possible numbers, right? But the way I think about it is that if this number goes up by a lot, right, then in that case it's yeah, like it's kind of like so okay, so how do we want to minimize this, right? What's sort of our algorithm for minimizing the total, right? So we want to make sure that whichever position we pick is close enough to a majority of the ones like that we have to move, but at the same time something which is way too far out, like a position that's way too far out, will be causing problems for us. One thing I quickly want to find out is, if I take this and just average these numbers, do I end up with, and I do have Python's you know idle, so I'm just going to open that for the first time. In fact, I haven't actually opened this before. Oh my god, it looks horrible. Can we just quickly change that to be, a little bit better? Um, Thin, mono. Yeah, I think it's just the default one is what looks best. Everything else looks pretty bad. Size 13 is apparently the best one. Apply. Yeah, that's a little bit too big. 11, apply. Yeah, 11 sounds good. Um, Custom highlighting, built-in theme, idle dock, apply. Yeah, that's okay. It's doable. Keys, Windows. I'm pretty sure that there's something else in here that I probably want to change, but for now, this is fine. right? So I'm just like gonna put all of these dot average, or is that like, is there a dot average that I can do? I guess I can just do average of or something. Average avg. No, there's no average. Okay, so sum of that minus times the length, like, divided by the length. So sum of that divided by len of the same thing, right? I just kind of want to see if the average, okay, so the average is 4.9, um, which, okay. The reason I was checking that was just to ensure, like, that's not, the solution isn't that we need the average. The question is, like, have they specified that um, any horizontal position, but it doesn't have to be a horizontal position which matches with um, yeah, which matches with one of the initial positions, right? Like, as in, these aren't the only allowed positions. We can actually move to anything, right? Yeah, like for example, position 3, because position 3 is not in the list, so I think that's fine. Yeah, so you can actually move it to any position, right? You just have to minimize. Okay. Uh, Yo, lol. What's up, man? How's it going, Mad Flash? Let's see. 16 to 2, 14 fuel, 1 to 2, 1 fuel, 2 to 2, 0 fuel. Mm, Hi, what's up? What's up, man? Hmm. Let's see. Okay, so I can think of the immediate sort of brute force way to solve this question, which is basically that you iterate from 0 to 16, because 0 is the smallest and 16 is the largest in this list, right? From the smallest value of the list to the largest value of the list, you just iterate over every, you consider each one as the sort of the position, you sum up the distances between every single position to that one, and then, yeah, you do that, you sum up the distances, and then you choose the minimum out of all of those, and that's going to be sort of the resulting thing. And I'm pretty sure I can write a one liner for that, in fact, right? So let's actually try and solve it that way first. Let's see if we can actually get part one like done a little bit quickly, but I suspect that solution might not make it for part two. I think part two might be harder. mm, Test, okay, so given test data, so given the test data, we basically say that minimum fuel used is 37. I think that was what it said, right? Yeah, okay. So one thing we do need to do is we need to initialize our solver. So latent var solver of type day07, right? So we kind of want to go here and initialize the solver. Solver equals day07, passing in day07 dot test as the input, right? And of course, this is gonna have a problem. So, we do this, we call it file name, and we refactor. And now we basically wanna, yeah, so now we wanna assert equals 37 is solver dot get minimum fuel used, right? So and then we create this member function. It's an integer, we put it to do, and that's fine, right? All right, so the way we want to actually read the input for this is going to be very, very similar to what we did for day 6. In fact, it's going to be so similar that I am actually just going to copy paste the same function. Yeah, so more or less, or yeah, I mean, technically I don't have to copy paste. I can just, like, write it again like a normal person. I'll write it again, that's fine. Okay, so let me just put, so private val, what do I call this one? This is just going to be the initial positions, which is a list of int, so they are integers in this case. And the way we want to do this is We have an init block where init positions equals read file and process given the file name, and we kind of want to take this string which we get and it dot split on comma up comma dot map it dot to int, right? So dot first, right? That's it. So we just want to do that. I think let's just add an explicit parameter to the outer one, so that becomes the same. All right, cool. So at this point we have all the initial positions in an array. I think this is going to be as simple as return. So what do we want to do? We want to take the initial positions, right? Oh, no. So it's not going to be a one-liner. It's going to be a little bit longer. So val smallest position possible equals init positions dot min of. Is that just a min? There's no min. Wait, what's min of? No documentation found. What? Okay. What's your deal? Returns the smallest value among all the values produced by the selector function applied to each element in the collection. Okay, that's about it then. Was there another way by which we could get the min? Min or null? Okay. And so this kind of makes it int question mark, right? Because it thinks, yeah. So we're just gonna do that so that because since we know it's not null, and now this makes it an int, right? So that's fine. Val largest position possible equals init positions dot max or null, I guess. Is there just a max? No, there's no max or null. Right, there we go. And double exclamation mark, right? Because we know it's not a null. And now for position in smallest position possible to the largest position possible. So we're just going to try out every integer in this range, right? And what we want to do is we kind of want to get, so we first want to take every position possible, right? Dot, and we want to kind of mm, sum up sum of, we kind of want to sum up the value of it minus position, except both of them, like we kind of need to take the abstract absolute value of this, so abs of that, right? What's your problem? Kotlin, yes, please import that. Kotlin, wait, abs, that one, yeah, that's it. Kotlin.math.abs, fantastic. So we want to sum that up and we want to minimize, right? Do you have experience with argparse? No, I don't think I do. I don't know what argparse is. I feel like it's something I feel like I've heard of. Oh, it's a Python thing. You're asking the wrong person. I have used argparse before, but mostly by just like I've just made modifications on the existing stuff that was already there in our code base. So that way, like I just kind of it was just I had to add like an argument of some sort, and I just copy pasted the existing one and then like modify the parameters. So I don't really know about it like really well, but at the same time, I don't think it's too complex. Shouldn't be. I don't know. There might be better options than ArcPass, maybe. I did, but it's painful to use. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't remember it being very user friendly, but yeah, it was again a long time ago. I don't exactly remember um, particularly well. It was like at least a year. Click. Hmm. Oh yeah. I've seen this one as well. I've seen this one as well. Command line interface creation kit. Wow, what a name! What a name! Nice. Huh. Click sucks. I don't know. And that's the reason you're never getting moderator. It's like I don't know. I feel like Mad Flash would be the like I don't know why I have this kind of feeling that Mad Flash would be the ideal, or not the sort of the, you know, the prime example of a power abusing mod. I have no idea why I have that sensation, but like I've felt this for a long time. Like I have a feeling that this guy would just ban random people from Twitch chat just for lulz. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mad Flash. Tell me if I'm wrong. Init positions dot sum of absolute. Okay, so we it's true, isn't it? We take this and we want to kind of minimize on this thing. Oh, then in that case, I think I shouldn't. Wait, can I convert this? Can I take this range? Ooh, wait. Let me try something I've never tried before. Right. So if I can take this range, I can do for each, or if I can map it to a position position 2 and init positions dot sum of that. All right, so that gives us a sum on each one dot min or null double exclamation. If we do this, what's your problem? Oh, okay, if we just do this, shouldn't that be what we want? Return that. I think that should be what we want, right? And so if I just run this, is that 37? It will take a little bit of extra time the first time I run this. So maybe we might meet after I finish college. Oh, nice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let me know. Let me know. Because, yeah, I'm here in Bangalore. I will be. I've met Drunk Time Lord, by the way. I met him fairly recently. I don't know if I mentioned this on stream before. I might have. Rod. Println. Man, if this runs quickly, it'll be cool. It's not efficient, but it ran quickly. So I guess I don't care. I don't know if that was the way to solve it. Because that was very fast, right? Technically, I can still make this into a one-liner by just replacing this and this with these two things, but I feel like that's not a great way. Chat was straight up not working, had to kill Twitch. Oh my god. That sucks. Oh, in like 3 years? Okay. Is that an actual, like, are you actually capping, or like, or really does your college actually end after 3 years? Because 3 years later I don't think I'll be in Bangalore. I'm in Bangalore now. I will be here for at least a year more. But 3 years later I very much doubt I'll still be here. Highly doubt. Highly, highly doubt. Unless things go very wrong with my life plans, I don't think I'll still be in Bangalore 3 years later. Okay, let's see. Part 2. The crabs don't seem interested in your proposed solution. Perhaps you misunderstand crab engineering. Oh, fuck you too, crabs. Sure, yeah, I don't understand crab engineering. Yeah. What? Fucking has like one axis they operate on. They just move horizontally. They can't even move vertically. Fuck these guys. Okay, anyway. Crab submarine engines don't burn fuel at a constant rate. Instead, each change of one step in the horizontal position costs one more unit of fuel than the last. The first step costs one, the second step costs two, the third step costs three, and so on. As the crab moves, moving further becomes more expensive. This changes the best horizontal position to align them all on. In the example above, this becomes 5. This changes. Okay, the best horizontal position to okay, I see. Costs a total of 168 fuel. This is the new cheapest fuel, new cheapest possible outcome. The old alignment position 2 now costs 206 fuel instead. Determine the horizontal position so that the crabs can align to using the least fuel possible so that they can make you an escape route. All right. I have a tracker on you, so I'll know. I mean, honestly, the tracker is really just the Twitch stream. I will probably announce it on stream if I'm moving. My life is mostly very public, so yeah. Those crabs are trying to save your life. I don't know, man. It sounds like they have a lot of demands, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, whoa, a fucking whale is bearing down on my ass, and they're like, yeah, no, we need to align and we need to consider our fuel efficiency. I'm about to die, bitches. I'm about to die. Like, fuck your fuel efficiency. Just move to a position. Like, by the time I was done solving this, I'm dead, technically, you know? Even though the solution was pretty fast, like, I'm still dead. I don't know, man. I don't know. Feel like the feel like the crabs aren't pulling their weight. Anyway, let's see. So as far as I can see, the main thing that needs to be changed is this, right? This sum of method that we have here. We kind of need to use a different thing. So I'm gonna call this the linear fuel consumption formula, right? So let me say fun linear formula fuel use formula, right? Um, given yeah, I mean, I have to pass it like two things, right? A source and a target position as such, right? So int source position, or oh whoa, I started writing Java there. Source position, which is an integer, and the target position, which is also an integer, right? Is basically going to be equal to absolute source position minus target position. All right. So this is the first one. Cool. And we kind of need to have a particular, yeah. So it's gonna take in a formula, right? So formula which is of the type int comma int maps to int, right? So this is our function equals linear fuel use formula. Can I do it this way? Yeah. So that's like the default formula that we have, right? And sum of, we kind of need to sum the formula here, right? Is it that? How do I do this? How do I um oh yeah, sorry. 8 comma position, right? Yeah, that's kind of what we wanted. Yeah. So if we do this, let's just run the tests again just to make sure that everything just works. All right. So everything still works, right? Because now we need to introduce our other non-linear fuel formula, right? So make this private. I don't want to make this private because, I mean, sort of. Can I disable the inspection? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Ah, fuck. Wait. Did I disable the permission? Sorry, did I disable the inspection on? Oh man, I don't want to. Fuck. I think I just changed an IDE setting. God damn it. Um, inspections, because that inspection is super useful for cleaning up code. Anyway, what have you guys been talking about? Wait, what? Code cleanup? No, inspections. Why would code cleanup appear before inspections when I search the word inspections? Oh yeah, so I did change one of these. Oh, thank God, it kind of shows. Yeah, please enable this. Apply. Okay. Yeah, there we go. But back here, I just want to suppress this on that. I don't want to disable the inspection, right? So I just want to suppress it on that. Yeah, cool. Because I know I'm using it privately, but at the same time, this is something that I intend to be passed in as such. So it is a thing. It's just I'm providing it like a convenience method. So yeah. Um, I could instead put this in like a class actually. Um, so that way, like class. What am I gonna call this? Fuel use, and we can just put this. So it's just nice little encapsulation going on there. So fuel use, double colon that. No, what's your problem? Oh, does that not work? Required int to int found k function 3. Oh, no. This has to be static, right? So how do I put it static? I need it. Oh no, sorry, object. There we go. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Completely forgot how that was supposed to be done. Anyway, oh, chat's popping off. What have you guys been talking about? Do you have experience with argparse? Oh yeah. That's Time Lord Singh. I'm about to write an argparse cookbook log. Of course you are, but argparse is shit. There we go. Just use click or typo. You'll be happy. Okay. What are you doing wrong? You can't get the right code for part one. Fuck off. You're not serious, dude. Part one is this. Part one's like a one-liner. Part one's an actual one-liner. I wrote it in a line. It is an actual one-liner. You're overcomplicating things again. Don't do that. Uh, uh, Given the source position and the target position, okay, equals um, yeah. Yeah. So the way we want to do this is we want to move from each one, but it's kind of going to be the first step costs 1, the second step costs 2, the third step costs 3, and so on. So how do we generalize that? There has to be some sort of like math generalization for this. I can write in a loop, but I kind of don't want to. I want to see if it's possible to like. So it's like, mm, so it's like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What's that? It's not a factorial. Holy fuck! What is this? This kind of collapsed down to n square minus 1 or something like that, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way till plus n goes to, I think it's n square minus 1. Bruh, I don't remember this. Uh, Wait, let's just I know it's n square plus 1 or n square minus 1, so I'm just gonna solve this empirically, right? I'm not actually gonna do the math for this. Fuck the math. I am gonna think about this like, okay, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and that's equal to 2 square minus 1, right? So I think I'm already on the right track. Let me just verify with 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 5 is equal to, what is that? So that's 6 plus 5. No, 6 plus 4, that's 10, 15. 15 is equal to, um, oh, I don't think I was completely correct, was I? 1 plus 2, so that's 3, and square 4, no, 15. So 15 is what, 16 minus 1, which is, no, that's not what we want. Yeah, nah, it's something else. It's something else. Okay, might have to do the math for this. Okay, let me pull out a pen and paper. Fuck me. Okay, let's see. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 till n is... How do you even begin to solve this? Um, so there are n numbers in total, right? So I can write 1 as... So it's n plus n minus 1 plus n minus 2 all the way till 1, right? So if I extract, if I take n out, um, okay, so that's actually gonna be n. So it's gonna be n plus n plus n plus n all the way, right? Till n plus uh, so it's n minus 1. So n minus uh n minus 1, right, is the last number. So that's what you cancel out, and you get 1 at the end. So how many n's is that? Um, hmm. So that's like n square. So because that's n times n. Um, but then you take the minus part, so it's minus. Um, so again, you get 1, 2, 3, all the way till n minus 1. So n square minus n minus 1 the whole square, because n minus 1 the whole square will be by induction the same thing, right? Is that right? That might be right. Um, okay, so here's the theory, right? That um, um, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 till n is equal to n square. Um, actually, is square a part of Unicode? Yeah, there we go. N square plus, sorry, minus n minus 1 the whole square. I don't know if this is right. Right? Is this correct? So let's see. When n equals 1, so that's 1 minus 0, so that's 1. That's correct. When n equals 2, that's 4 minus 2 minus 1 is 1 square. So that's 4 minus 1. That's correct. When it's 5, 5 is really the test. It's 25 minus um, 16, right? 25 minus 16, which is equal to, yeah, I think this might still be wrong. Yeah, no, this is still wrong. Again, okay, chat is honestly popping off. Arcparse blog, yeah, I read that bit. How can I check if comic subparser is used? What is that? Subparser sounds like an XY problem, by the way. I have no idea what any of that means. What is an XY problem? Yes. Okay. I'm assuming you mean keep it simple, stupid. Yeah. You should look at what Time Lord's initial solution for um, the previous problem was. Not I think not the previous day. The previous days was like damn simple, but yeah, the one before that, day 5. Day 6 was, yeah, I think day 6 is fairly straightforward. Oh yeah, his solution for day 6 was also a little bit weird. I don't think I understood what he did in that one, but it worked. Yeah. Anyway, what was I looking at? Okay. What is this? Catb.in part 1 data best median smallest fuel cost minus 1 comma sys dot max size. Huh? Wait, you're updating the middle one as you go along. Wait, what? For median and range, min of nums to max of nums. Why? Oh, okay. Plus 1 because it's not including max of nums otherwise. Right. Fuel cost equals 0 for num and nums. Fuel cost plus equal to absolute of num minus median. Okay. So far that makes sense. If fuel cost less than the smallest fuel cost, um, return. Okay, so you set median. Best median, smallest fuel cost equals minus 1. Wait, okay. Oh, I'm assuming this part works. Okay. Okay, so best median, this value is just a sentinel. We don't care about this one. This one is supposed to be the biggest value possible. That's sys.max size, I'm assuming, is probably what you need. Uh, is it sys.max size? I thought it would be like int.max size or something. It's not. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Um, fuel cost equals 0. So you add up the fuel cost by taking absolute of num minus median for every position. Okay. This looks to be the same code, weirdly enough. What the fuck? It's not working, you're saying? This looks correct. If fuel cost is less than smallest so far. Are you sure this initialization works correctly, by the way? Um, okay, I see. Are you sure the initialization is working correctly? That's all I want to know. Just double check this, right? That this kind of does what you expect. I think it should, but I don't know enough Python to say yes or no for that one. But yeah. What? Fuel cost less than smallest fuel cost equals fuel cost, best median equals median. What the fuck? That's literally the same thing as what I wrote, I'm pretty sure. The only difference is I actually used a min-off function, so I didn't actually have to do that at all. And technically, it's a one-liner at this point. That's weird. Fuel cost plus equal to absolute value of. Are you sure your test is written correctly? I can't see your test, so are you sure your test is written correct? It's 37, by the way. The expected value from the test data is 37. Or okay, for you, no. It will be 37 because I'm pretty sure that part of the code is the same. Like the test data, right, which is given on the website directly. I don't think they randomize that. The test passes. Oh, so fails on AoC. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can help you with that one then because because like you said, the data is different, right, which each person gets. So, but yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know. Just step through it, I guess. This looks correct though. It looks very correct. Have we made a mistake? I guess white space is probably correct everywhere. Have we made a mistake anywhere with like who the hell? Oh, it's a friend of mine. Hang on. Why am I returning the median? Oh, oh yeah. You're supposed to return the cost. How did it pass the test then? What are you talking about? The test should have failed as well. Because this should have given you 2 for the test input. It should have given you 2. The test shouldn't pass. Your test is written wrong then. Bruh. The test input should be 2. Like I don't yeah, then fuck dude. I told you your test is wrong. Bruh. I was like, yeah, the code is correct, obviously. Like there's nothing that even looks remotely wrong. Why, man? Why are you like this? Always write the test. Always write the first test that I write. I always write more tests, but like not always. But if the question is complex, I write more tests. But the first test I write is always for exactly what they've asked. Like whatever's in bold. I just copy the bold value and paste it. That's what I do. I don't even think like, oh yeah, just like this. I didn't read this part at all. Like I just go like, oh yeah, it's bold. I just copy paste that. That's what I do. It works. Um. Anyway, wait, hang on. I just have to message my friend. Just let him know that I'm on stream. Um, happens to the best of us. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. It's just I have high expectations from Time Lord, dude. I just have very high expectations from Time Lord. Okay, so this one should return an integer. Um, and how do you want to do this? Um, why aren't you doing AoC? Who are you talking about? Let's see. 168. Wait, did I write the test? Yet? I don't think I wrote the test. Yeah. Let me just do that. Right. So I'll just leave this in to do for now. I'll write the test first. Test function. Given test data, non-linear fuel consumption or use is 168. One, yeah, just 168 here. 168. There we go. So that's just gonna be the test solver, which we have. Copy that, paste that there. Assert equals 168 with solver dot get minimum fuel used. Passing in the fuel use non-linear use formula, right? So that's kind of what we expect. Of course, if I run this test now, it'll fail because there's a to-do in there. Advent of cyber. Oh yeah. I did see that earlier on the last stream. Okay, so we want the nonlinear use formula, right? Which is basically in this case. So my math is still horribly wrong. Um, I'll have to figure out how to solve that. Should I just Google the formula? Honestly, like I want to do the math though. Like I kind of feel like Googling the formula for it. Like I know that it's just this 1 + 2 + 3 dot till n, which I need. Um, I thought it was this, but I was wrong. Was the formula for sum of one? Yes, that's correct. Yeah, don't give me the answer. No, I wanted to get that on my own. I'm kind of fucking up the math. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll just use that. Jesus. Yeah, that's the one. I think. N into n minus 1 by 2. Okay. Um, I was trying to derive that on paper. I evidently fucked up the derivation somewhere. Let me just test that out. So it's 5 times 4 would be 5 times 4 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Wait, that's still wrong. N plus 1. It's n plus 1, I think. In that case, wait. So 5 times 6, 30 by 2 is 15. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So what about 3? N into n plus 1 by 2. Yeah, I think so. That's the one. So all we need, right? So we have a source position and a target position. We just need to figure out what's the total fuel use, and in this case, n is just going to be the absolute value of these two, right? So n into n plus 1 by 2. So val n equals, we kind of want that. So there we go. And then return n into n plus 1 by 2, right? So yeah, this is guaranteed to be an integer, I believe, because n into n plus 1, either n or n plus 1 has to be even, right? Because if n is odd, n plus 1 is even. If n is even, n plus 1 is odd. But one of them has to be even always. So that means this by 2 is going to be an absolute, like it's going to be for sure. So we don't have to worry about integer division or any of that nonsense. We can actually just use it. Yeah. So at this point, yeah, we can just use this as a nonlinear formula and do this, right? So, all right. So at this point, we just take some of, yeah. So I think that's it. We have actually probably solved the question, right? It should pass. There we go. Let's just solve part 2. I really have to get off stream like right now because there is a call that I need to get on with a friend. Solve part 2. It's gonna be a super short stream. I'm really sorry about that, but honestly, yeah, not much I can do about this one. All right, so let's just do this. Let's pass in day zeros. Let's pass in fuel use, non-linear fuel use formula, and I think that should give us the final answer, which should be boom, whatever that number is. So wife, oh, I wish. Okay. No, it's a friend I haven't spoken to in a super long time. That's about it. That's pretty much all the information I want to get right now. Cool. That was super quick again. Just like problem day 6, we actually managed to write the formula. Like we actually managed to make the solution generic enough. And the nice part is like how we can actually just abstract this away into this kind of nice thing where it takes in, like, you just pass in a lambda function, which is a fuel use formula, and ta-da, you kind of have like whatever you need, right? So actually, can I write a type def for this guy? I'm pretty sure I can, right? That's like a import alias. No, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. How did I do that? How do you type Kotlin type def. I always like to do a little bit of code cleanup after I'm done solving it. Type aliases. What was it? So you specify the type alias with the thing, right? Okay. So type alias formula which is equal to this thing. So I think we can probably cut paste. No, nested and local type aliases are not supported. I don't know what any of that means. Okay, then we can't. All right, good to know. Unfortunate, but good to know. I was hoping to sort of type alias that away, but yeah, I guess we can't. All right, cool. Then we'll just leave it the way it is right now. I'll just save this and probably just commit all of it. Dash m day 07, right? So that's a whole week of AoC that we've been doing, and yeah, I keep writing git pish. I don't know why. Um. Anyway, is there anything else I missed on chat? Oh, a bunch of stuff actually. Typed Python is way. Oh yeah, it is. It is really good. It's definitely way better than untyped Python. Mention I'm writing the MyPy book. Hopefully, the MyPy book that you and your friends will buy. Oh man, yeah. I mean, welcome to being an author, I guess. Like the very first reaction is usually that, yeah, where can we pirate your book? That's gonna be a problem. Yeah. Really good publisher. xyproblem.info. I have no idea what that is. Uh, XY problem is asking about your attempted solution rather than your actual problem. Oh, yeah. I've read this before. I've read this before. I've read this before. I've read this before, where you're asking about like how do I do this specific thing, but your actual problem is something much more general, and so the actual answer that is intended would not be matching whatever you are asking for, right? So you ask people to solve Y where your actual problem is problem X. So yeah, Y isn't even a good solution for X. So yeah, broader picture exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I've seen this. I might have seen this exact page before, but yeah, I'm aware of this. Mm. XY problem. Okay. Oh, so I see what I understand the context now. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Mm. Just use sum in Python. Yeah, I can use sum in Kotlin as well, but I kind of wanted to generalize it, write a nice mathematical solution for it because it just sounds better as like a fuel use formula, right? Like considering it's supposed to be a fuel use formula, it just sounded better to use that as an actual mathematical formula rather than do something that sums over an existing thing. But yeah, yeah, I could have written that way as well, right? But because this kind of evaluates like way faster. So I've always been shit at maths. Yeah, same. Absolutely. You just saw that. You just saw what that was like. I tried quickly deriving it on paper. I did extremely badly. So yeah, they like my proposal so far. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Really good. So how does it work? Like you kind of need to submit one chapter, and then they'll give you the rest. Like you can kind of release the rest at your own pace. I don't really know how this works. Actually, I'll tell you what, you can tell me that later. I really need to get off stream. I will drop off right now. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. As usual, I will be live tomorrow, approximately somewhere around the same time. Hopefully a little bit earlier. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, super cool question. It's not packed, by the way. Yeah, super cool question. Fun to solve. Super easy, but fun to solve. But yeah. Anyway, cool. All right, see you guys. Bye bye.